Vlogtober day 12. I have certainly been busy. Don't worry, there will eventually be a full tour of all of this, but I have been super busy putting everything together. And it's not done yet. So the other day while I was out, I did film a little bit going to Witchcraft stores and my little haul from that. So that is what you are going to be seeing. So thanks for watching Vlogtober day 12, and I will be back tomorrow with fun information on Friday the 13th. Hello from my car. I am driving, which is why I'm not going to look at you. I am just going to pay attention to the road. I am on my way to some Witchcraft stores. So this was Vlogtober day 10. I filmed the coffee magic in the morning, and then I mentioned in that video that I am going Witchcraft shopping, even though I absolutely do not need to, and I do not need anything because I make terrible decisions. So I am on my way to the first one. I'm going to two today. I'm going to Alchemy Arts, which is one of my favorites. It is probably closest distance and time-wise to me. We are sort of by the junction of where 90 and 94 split, and the Alchemy Arts is straight east from us, close to the lake. And once I am already here, then I just hop over to the second one that I'm going to, which is Malloway Brothers. And there is a third one that I love that is called Sideshow Gallery. That's over in Bucktown where I used to live. However, that is like, I have to plan really well to go to that one because it is not necessarily further away, but just the way it's positioned, it is right off the highway, which makes it convenient. It's right off the Fullerton exit, Fullerton and Western. But the only problem with that is the time of year that we're in, because Chicago is constantly under construction, but it is especially bad while there's no snow on the ground. And it is really bad right now because they are doing construction on that highway, and I don't know exactly what they're accomplishing other than going down to like 1 or 2 lanes. It's a mess. And it takes forever to get there. So you really have to go specific like times of day. And unfortunately, that store does not open until at least noon most days. So the best time to avoid the traffic would be like 10 a.m., but that is not an option. So if I were to go, I would have to do it like exactly noon on a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm just not gonna do it. So I really have to plan ahead. I do love going there. I would say Alchemy Arts, which is this first one that I'm going to, is more like stock up and good supplies. They do have books too, but they're great about crystals and candles and tarot decks and just sort of everything that you would need in that area. And then the second one that I'm going to, Malloway Brothers, is like way more books, lots of books, which makes sense because the brothers that own and like started Malloway Brothers, they also started Cross Crow Books, which you may have heard of lately. They started their own like publishing company, and they are publishing new books and old books that are getting, you know, an update, which I've had on the podcast before. I've had The Way of Four. Specifically, we talked about that. That is a very fun one that I keep referencing lately. So they are just really great about having tons of books in stock, and I love going for books there. They do also have a lot of crystals and herbs, and then like a couple of curios and things like that. And then Sideshow Gallery is way more curios and skulls and jewelry. And they do have a couple of books in stocks. They have crystals. They have a lot of their own like specialty candles and like oil blends, but that's sort of the categories that I go down. If I want books, I go to Malloway Brothers. And they do a lot of their own like spell stuff as well. I get like their specialty oils and things. If I want stock up supplies, I go to Alchemy Arts, and if I'm looking for skulls and curios, then I go to Sideshow Gallery. So just the two today. That is what I am on the adventure for, and like I said, I don't need anything. There are a couple of things that like I maybe want, but I mostly just go to look around, and I am in the mood to go. And I know if I wait any longer, then it's going to get too close to Samhain, and these places are packed when it's Samhain. And I remember once a couple of years ago, 2, 3 3. Oh my gosh, it's been so many years. I'm like now thinking about like when COVID was. So probably this was 2019, actually. It was Tara was in town for Halloween, and we went to the Alchemy Arts on the Saturday before Halloween. It wasn't even, I don't think Halloween was on a Saturday. I'll have to go back and look at 2019. But we went there and there was like a line down the block. And we were like, oh my gosh, this is so many people. We've never seen this many people here. It was her first time going. But I had never seen that many people there. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a very popular weekend to come. We should not have done this. We were like waiting forever. So I do like to avoid that if I can and just shop with no people in there. So that is why I'm going today. And then hopefully that will sort of scratch that itch until we get to Samhain, and then after that. And like I said, I want to do, oh, my dude, we can't just cross in the middle of the street. Okay. I want to do a 2024 shopping ban, and I think that's going to include witchcraft supplies. I might do some like specific details in there and figure out exactly what I mean when I say shopping ban and include witchcraft supplies in there, because I think there's probably some things that will come up throughout the year that I would need to do like certain spells and stuff that I normally do. So I will have to make some rules about that. But I know that like I'm already thinking about that being one of my goals, is really using up what I have and not buying more. So I'm arriving to my stores now. I will show a little bit about what they look like on the inside and then go grocery shopping and get home, because I have a recording with Bree this afternoon at 3 o'clock and I definitely don't want to miss that. So I have to edit and publish for tomorrow the pumpkin magic video, which the podcast is ready to go and publish live, but I have to get the video itself published that I am doing with Brianna and all of the fun pumpkin stuff for you. So that is my day. On to the witch stores. Quick haul of my items that I just got at the Witchcraft store. So first of all, from Alchemy Arts, I got this problem-solving candle with honey and honeysuckle, which first of all smells really good. It's like the sweet floral scent. And I wanted to pick this up. This caught my eye. That's sort of how I usually do things in the Witchcraft stores. Like if it catches my eye, there's probably a reason. So specifically thinking ahead to Yule season and goal planning for next year, because I do plan my goals usually from January to December. I know a lot of witches will set their goals at Samhain. I don't usually do that because my October is so like up in the air and crazy and lots of things going on that I don't really have that much time to like think about it and dedicate to it. But I do in December to be ready for January 1st. And in going along with just like the idea of goal setting, I specifically have goals that I've been thinking of that I have set in the past and haven't achieved and have struggled with. So I thought that this problem-solving candle might be a nice addition to my spell work and like general intention setting rituals that I'm going to plan to help figure out why I've set those goals in the past and why I wasn't successful at them, and to figure out what to change about that going forward. So fun candle for that. The two books that I got from there. First, I got the Spell-A-Day Almanac for 2024 by Llewellyn, and I do have another almanac that has like articles in it. This is the Spell-A-Day, so it literally goes day by day and it's got a spell, and I like that it has the color of the day and the incense of the day. I think that's really nice. And this is just something that I'm going to have some fun with next year. But they put these out every year, and they're always a good time. So got that one for 2024. I do not have one for this year, and I am missing it. So pick that up. Another seasonal book. I love books that are set up by season, by month, by Sabbath. And this is by Rachel Patterson, who I already know that I enjoy as an author. So this is one that is set up month by month and just has like correspondences and spell ideas and different traditions related to the holidays in those months. And I thought that this would be another fun one to read. And again, yes, it's like all of the other books that I own, but that is just the topic that I like. And I find in these that I always get at least a little tidbit, and I like to go month by month and as the year goes along and pick up new things. So then next is the items that I got from Malloy Brothers. And like I said, they had these tea light candles that have this pentacle like in them. It's not just like carved on top, it's part of the mold. And I thought that those were so cute. So I picked up purple and black. They had a bunch of different colors, but since I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them, I kind of just stuck with Samhain colors and figured I would use them sometime this month. But I like black and purple in general, so I thought that those were good colors to pick up, and I will play around with these. They were just too adorable to leave behind. I think they're only $1. And the books that I got from there. So first up, like I said, in the car, I picked up the Llewellyn's Complete Book of Correspondences. This thing's honker, and is incredibly helpful. I'm sure you're all familiar with it because it's a very popular one and one that people turn to all the time. And I have had the ebook version of it for a long time, and I do find it easy to like look things up in there. But I was just thinking that I would like this on my shelf and have this like version to flip through as well. So picked that up, spur of the moment. Next up, these two. Let's talk first about this one. So I got Badass Ancestors, which I thought would be a nice read for October and Samhain and heading into November and Day of the Dead Ancestor season. I'm going to be doing an Ancestor altar, so I thought that this seemed like a fun one, all about empowerment and your ancestors helping you be a badass. And I also got Familiars in Witchcraft, because that is something that I have been thinking more about lately. I haven't decided if I'm going to reach out and get a familiar for myself, but I know that that is a popular topic and I always get questions on. So I wanted to just read a little bit more about it, especially before I decide to do anything in terms of spell work, like attracting a familiar. And of course, because it's spooky season and everybody is watching the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, it does come up in there about Salem being her familiar and how she calls him, and how the way that she does it is actually pretty accurate to real witchcraft. And I thought that was pretty fun. And I am going to have a video coming up later in the month. I don't know which spell I'm going to do. It probably will not be the familiar one, but I have a video coming up with Ivy the Occultist. We're going to do that later in the month after she gets married, because she's getting married not like this weekend. So after she gets married, we are going to each do a video on doing a spell from like a TV show or movie and showing how that you could like change that and actually make it work in real life, or if it's already correct and works in real life, and just talking about that topic in general. So I think I'm going to do one from Sabrina, but I don't know that it'll be the Familiars one. But anyway, I thought this was an interesting topic, and this seemed like a fun book on it because it goes through the idea of familiar spirits in different cultures. It's not only like witchcraft and Celtic, like a lot of books on familiars are, like the topic is, but there's also Chinese, Indian, like Egyptian, Greek, like lots of different cultures to look at in here of the idea of familiars and guardians and how that works in different cultures and has worked throughout time. Let me know how you're feeling about the topic of familiars. If a lot of people are interested in that, then I can make it a dedicated podcast or YouTube video. And if it's just my patrons, I'm happy to do it just for you guys too. So that's it. That's my haul. It's not that many items, but of course I spent a good amount of money because, like I said, this book alone is $40. And I do have a discount code through Llewellyn. I could go like directly to their website and get it like 40% off. But I didn't want to. I was there. I like
supporting my witchy stores because then they stay open. So I was just like, you know what? I'm here. I'm getting it. So that's my stack. Let me know if you have read any of these, if you have picked up an almanac for 2024. I know that that is a popular thing to do, and they are all out now. So if you are looking, go ahead and start flipping through them. Llewellyn has a ton of like different versions. They were all there. So it really caters to, you know, what you are looking for. The Spell a Day is not the only one. They have a sun sign, a moon sign one, an herbal one. The one that I have previously shown that has the fox on the cover that I have. There's so many options, and of course Llewellyn is not the only brand. There are lots of other publishers that do almanacs like this, but it is, I think, a really fun way to incorporate some daily witchcraft and get ideas, even if that is only wearing the color of the day or burning the incense of the day. I think that that is a great option. So if you want to pick this one up in particular, I will link it. I know it's on Amazon, so I will link this one if you're interested in that Spell a Day idea as well. But absolutely, if you have like a witchcraft store near you, go check out all of the options because they are all out right now and all fabulous.
Thanks for watching Vlogtober Day 12.